When it comes to communicating with a human AWACS or GCI like you will on Blue Flag, there will be some common words thrown around that you really do need to memorize. Now the choice is yours. You can fly to a general area where the fight usually is, and then contact the GCI about the nearest bandits to you. You usually don't want to do this when you just took off, since the bandit locations will change drastically by the time you fly the 60 to 80 nautical miles to the target. So once you get closer to the action, you can ask for the GCI's help. By that time, you should have heard several different comms talking back and forth between the GCI and your friendlies. So you should have heard the call sign he's using. These can range from chalice to a more commonly used magic. If you haven't heard anything, then you can ask over the GCI freak whether or not the GCI is even up. I would use the term sunrise, which is a call that the GCI is up and available. The opposite to this would be midnight, which would mean he's not on or he's going away. Since I haven't heard his call sign and I'm talking on a general frequency without a specific person in mind, I can honestly say the following. This is Dagger 11, is GCI sunrise or midnight? If he's not on, then someone will respond with midnight, otherwise the GCI might chime in. Dagger 11, magic is sunrise. Now you know he's on, and you know his call sign. If he didn't give you his call sign, you can just ask very simply like this. GCI, say call sign? Even though this isn't a professional way of asking, it gets the point across and he understands what you mean. That's all we're really going for here. With that out of the way, how do we ask him to help us target the nearest bandits? One way is to ask him to assign us to a task. Magic, Dagger 11, request tasking. At this point, the GCI might give us a place to fly to and do close air patrol or CAP, where we fly a racetrack pattern over an area and basically cover it. Perhaps that way you will be defending a friendly flight of A-10s or helos going for a FARP who needs some air cover. So another way to ask for where the bandits are is to tell the GCI that you're looking for bandits to kill with the shopping terminology. Magic, Dagger 11, shopping. The shopping command is rarely used. However, the more commonly used terminology here would be Magic, Dagger 11, request Bogey-Dope. Now the GCI will give you a BRA call out to the nearest target. BRA stands for bearing, range, and altitude relative to you, with the last A being used as aspect if the target is other than hot. Okay, a lot just happened here, so let's break this down. Assuming this is you, that's north, and this is the nearest target, the GCI will give you a direct bearing from your location to that target. In this instance, let's say he's 20 degrees northeast of you and about 40 nautical miles, at 12,000 feet heading right for you. For this particular case, the GCI will say, Dagger 11, magic, bandit bra 20 for 40 at 12,000 hot. Another alternative to this would be Dagger 11, magic, singleton bra 20 for 40 at 12,000 hot. The singleton indicates that it's a single target. If it were two bandits flying together in the same exact picture, then GCI might say, Dagger 11, magic, group, bra 20 for 40 at 12,000 hot. Or alternatively, Dagger 11, magic, two ship, bra 20 for 40 at 12,000 hot. Another alternative to both those cases is if GCI also gives you the type of enemy you are about to encounter. Dagger 11, magic, group, bra 20 for 40 at 12,000 hot, type 15. So he added at the very end that it's an F-15. He could also use Eagle. As long as you know the aircraft by their numbers like F-15, MiG-29, Su-27, and their respective names like Eagle, Fulcrum, Flanker, you should be just fine figuring out what that means. But typically you try to avoid giving out too much information because you don't want to confuse the crap out of people, but sometimes it may be given in these versions. Okay, so what's this hot call at the end of the bras? Well, a target can be flying towards you, which GCI will report as hot, away from you, which he will report as cold, and perpendicular to you, which he will report as flanking. Now, bra also has aspect at the end, and typically this is omitted, but in case you do hear it, here is what it means. If the target is not hot on you, then he may be flying off to the side. So at the end of your bra, a GCI might attach the direction that the bandit is heading to. For example, Dagger 11, magic, singleton, bra 110 for 40 at 12,000, flanking north. Now you know everything about the bandit's position and heading. Notice that we didn't use the term angels. Angels is used to reference the height of friendly aircraft in thousands of feet MSL, and cherubs would be the same but in hundreds of feet. So angels 20 would be 20,000 feet and cherubs 5 would be 500 feet. But please don't use cherubs. Nobody really cares how many hundreds of feet you're flying. If it's below 1,000 feet, just say in the weeds, which can be also used for hostiles as well. So when calling out hostile aircraft altitudes, you would not use angels because that's reserved for friendly aircraft only. However, if you did use it for altitudes of hostiles, nobody would beat you with a HOTAS. Honestly, it doesn't matter in DCS, it's just a formality. Now, BRA is nice because you don't need to do much thinking. You get a bearing to the target from you to the target. But there is an alternative way of referencing something anywhere on the map. So let's say that you want to tell someone in another part of the map that there is a bandit or a place of interest in a certain location. You could use BULLSEYE. BULLSEYE is an arbitrary position that always exists on the map. You can use it to reference things to it, the same way that you would reference BRA, except this time you're not using yourself as the reference point, but instead it's BULLSEYE. BULLSEYE is this concentric circle marker on the map. If I wanted to tell someone that there is a slow-moving healer right here, I would simply use my ruler to draw a line from BULLSEYE to the thing I want to point to. You may also request a picture, or a picture might be given to you by the GCI. A picture is basically just a picture of what the GCI sees. There may be several different groups of bandits in the AO, or area of operation, and the GCI would give you the picture with BULLSEYE. That way everybody can use BULLSEYE's picture to get a picture of the battlefield. For example, I've heard things such as, all units, picture is as follows, group BULLSEYE 360 for 5, 12,000. Group BULLSEYE 040 for 15, 6,000. It's not exactly up to military standards, but again, everybody understood exactly what was said and what was meant. So what exactly is the difference between BRA versus bulls? Well, the position of something given in terms of bulls will apply to any aircraft wherever they are on the map. So no matter where you are, a bull's call will be accurate for your whole team, since the bullseye is the reference point being used, and the bullseye is the same for all of the members on your team. However, a BRA call is more personal, because it references yourself. This obviously makes it simple and easy to tell where the BRA call is in relation to you, but it is absolutely and utterly useless for anybody else on the map. Sometimes the target can just drop from GCI's radar from terrain or whatnot, so if you ever hear GCI say target faded, it means that the target in question has disappeared from radar and he's got no updates for you. Another thing that can happen is that a target or flight of bad guys can suddenly appear on radar that wasn't spotted before. GCI would use pop-up, Dagger 1-1, Magic, pop-up group BRA 270 for 10, 1000. Okay, so what happens if you're in the type of server or round where there is a mix of aircraft on blue and red? So, for example, there are F-15s both on blue and red. If you're happily flying along and an F-15 marker lights up on the RWR to your side, you might be inclined to panic a little. Either turn and try to identify him with your radar, or you can ask GCI to help ID him for you. Let's say he's to your 3 o'clock and you're flying north. The easiest way to get help from GCI here is the following. Magic, Dagger 1-1, declare F-15 to the east. Declare is an inquiry to the identification of a specified target or group. Here we told the GCI we have an F-15 to the east of us and we don't know if it's friendly. Telling him the name of the aircraft is helpful to the GCI because there could be a mix of friendlies and bad guys to your east. If you tell him it's an F-15 lighting you up, he can make out which one is which and tell you if it's friend or foe. If it's a good guy, the GCI could say Dagger 1-1, Magic, friendly, or Contact is friendly, or F-15 is friendly. If it's a hostile, then he would respond with hostile, or bandit. Again, as long as you both understand what is being said, it really doesn't matter which version is used. If GCI has a mixture of good and bad guys in close proximity and he can't tell, then he might use furball, Dagger 1-1, Magic, furball. At that point, it's up to you to decide what to do. Let's assume that the F-15 to your 3 o'clock has targeted and hard-locked you, and GCI came back from your declare call and told you it's a friendly. What you want to do now is to tell that idiot that he's locking onto a friendly unit and to stop it. So if he's paying attention, he might unlock. Dagger 1-1, Buddy Spike, F-15. Typically though, this is used when other aircraft are trying to ID someone else. So let's say that you are in a 2-ship of F-15s and there is another friendly F-15 in the mix. You are the leader of your flight and you're trying to find your wingman who is out there with the other F-15 who's not in your flight. And you want to get your wingman back with you or you want to fly to him. What you could do is lock one of them up and call Raygun. Dagger 1-1, Raygun. If your wingman sees that he just got locked on the RWR, he will call back Dagger 1-2, Buddy Spike. If the other F-15 chimes in with the same call but different call sign, then now you know who is who. Easy peasy. By the way, the difference between a bogey and a bandit is that a bogey is an unidentified aircraft. You don't know if it's a good or bad guy because perhaps you haven't IFF'd him yet with your radar, or it's on your RWR and you can't tell, whereas a bandit is a confirmed hostile. A GCI's role is to help you and sometimes task you with missions as he sees fit. However, he's not really an assigned commander. He can ask you to do something, but he can't order you around. You aren't going to get kicked from a server for not following a GCI's orders. This isn't the military and we aren't following a chain of command. So whenever he tasks you with something and you accept, you can always respond back with a "Wilco," which means that you will comply with the received instructions. Or just as simply, you can say "Roger." It really doesn't matter. But if for whatever reason you wish to do something else and you basically want to say no to a particular tasking that a GCI gives you, you can simply come back with "Magic, Dagger 1-1, unable." And hopefully there will be no hard feelings. That said, we are playing together as a team, so if you are saying no out of spite, then that's on you. But do try to be a team player and go along with what the GCI has tasked for you if you can, unless you have other reasons that you simply can't comply with this tasking.
The following is a very short segment of some of the concepts that you've just learned about. You'll find it's a lot easier to understand what is going on, and you should be able to follow the action better. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Anti-34 Dark Star, Bra 205 for 19, Angels 13, F5E, currently engaging Texco.
3-4.
Anti-34 Dark Star, I'm showing good splash.
Dark Star, Hentai 3-4 just took off in Scrabble. Where's that F5? Bogey-Dope, please.
0-9er for 12, Angels 1, and increasing.
Hentai 3-4, tally. Dark Star, Hentai 3-4, Bogey-Dope.
Hentai 3-4, Bogey-Dope, 1-2-9er for 20, Angels 14, MiG-21, secondary target. 135 for 21, SU-25, and Angels 9 and increasing. Main priority, MiG-21 at 128 for 15, Angel 12. Anti-34, be advised, 4-man group bearing 098 for 35. Request you drop that MiG-21 and push back to Napa.
Three, 4 understood, splash 21, turning around now.
Dark Star, midnight.